Welcome to Monetize Your Passion, the podcast for moms looking to make money from their passions while making a positive impact in the lives of others. I'm Tara Lon, content strategist and certified life coach. I want to help you leverage the power of content creation, organic marketing, and goal setting so you can turn your God-led passion and purpose into profit. My prayer is that you'll find inspiration from God, encouragement, and practical ways to monetize your passion. Hello and welcome to the show. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about the steps you need to take to join Instagram's creator marketplace. And as an entrepreneur, I always think it's great to have another stream of income anyway, and this is just one more stream that you can add to your plate. And if you've been listening to me for any length of time, you know that over the last 11 years of having my brand, I've had many brand partnerships, never through Instagram's creator marketplace because I just joined, but this is a great way for brands to actually reach out to you and see what you're all about, see what kind of content you produce on Instagram. And if they're interested, they will reach out to you. So let's just go through the steps that it takes to join the program. So first, let's just talk about what Instagram Creator Marketplace is. It's actually a dedicated space on Instagram where Instagram connects creators directly with brands for paid partnerships. So you can create a profile that lists your niche, audience insights, collaboration preferences, and more. And if a brand is interested in your brand, then they will reach out to you. And you can apply if you meet certain guidelines. So I'm going to go through what those guidelines are. So first, let's talk about who can apply. So creators and businesses with a professional Instagram account can apply. Usually you have to be at least 18 years old, and your content has to align with Instagram's partner monetization policies and also their community guidelines. So I'm just going to go through a list of what that entails. So Instagram's community guidelines, they're designed to foster a safe and supportive environment. So it outlines what is and isn't acceptable on the platform. So here's some key areas that they talk about. So I'm just reading this from their website. So nudity and sexual content is prohibited. Hate speech and bullying, violence and threats, intellectual property. So that means if you're using someone else's intellectual property rights without their permission, you can get a strike against your account. That's prohibited. And then also if you have spam or fake engagement, that also disqualifies you. So before you apply for the program, then go through these few steps just to make sure you're in good standing. So first, go to settings. Then go to account. And I just want to preface this and say I'm not an Instagram guru. And this is a newer program because I think it launched in 2022, but they just started rolling it out to more accounts last year, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not an Instagram guru, but this is just information that I found on their platform. And again, I'm using it now or just trying it out. And I might do a part 2 on this, but I just wanted to preface that first while I'm telling you how to check, because it may look a little different on your account or your phone than what the directions are actually saying, or they could change it and it's different from what I'm saying right now. So again, go to settings, then go to account, then go to account status, and then you can check to see if you have any violations or anything that's ineligible. And if there's any issues, then they should tell you how to rectify that. So you want to make sure, if you're in good standing, make sure you set your account to a professional, which is a creator or a business account. And then you're going to check your professional dashboard. Then you're going to go to branded content. And then you want to see if you actually have a section that is called Creator Marketplace. You want to make sure that appears. So if that does appear, then that's great. That means that you are eligible to actually participate in this program. So go ahead and select Creator Marketplace. And then you'll see an option for Get Started. And in this section, this is where you're going to fill out your profile. So you're going to add your niche, whether it's motherhood, lifestyle, wellness, etc. Then you're going to make sure your Facebook page is linked because that's required for branded content tools. And then you're going to set collaboration preferences. This means that you're going to set the type of deals that you're looking for, your rate expectations, categories that you want to work with. And I remember when I filled this out, there were different brands that you can choose from. From what I saw, there wasn't a lot, in my opinion. So maybe because it's newer and brands are still trying to get set up on this as well. But you choose the categories, choose the brands that you want to work with, and then you can go from there. So before you actually join the program, I would recommend that you optimize your profile. And the reason I recommend that you optimize is because you want to present yourself at your fullest capacity. So if a brand is interested in a business that's similar to yours, they know what you're all about, it's clear on what you're offering, and there's no second guessing. So you just want to make sure you're optimized to your fullest capacity. So when there is a brand who is interested in partnering with another brand, then they will come across your profile and see, okay, we share a similar audience. Okay, their content matches with what our content strategy is, or etc. You just want to make sure it's aligned with who you are trying to target. So if you optimize your profile, then you have a better chance of being recognized. So here are some ways that you can optimize your profile. Number one, make sure your niche is clarified. Make sure in your bio and also in your content, it is clear on what you provide and who you are catering to. Make sure you're posting consistently. Experts say 3 to 5 times per week, including reels. I know that you're going to just post according to what you have the capacity to do. So that's what I would recommend. But again, experts say on Instagram to post consistently, it's at least 3 to 5 times per week. Some people post 3 to 5 times per day, which that's not me, but I'm just saying what the experts are saying in order to reach more people and get out there more and just grow your brand. So take that with a grain of salt, or just use it how it's going to best suit your platform. Another way that you can optimize your platform is to use captions that tell stories. You're not just promoting your services or your products, but you're actually telling stories that's building upon your brand and building upon who you're trying to target. Another way that you can optimize is to engage with your community. Reply to DMs, reply to comments. I promise you, the more that you engage with your audience, especially if people are commenting on your post, please comment back, because that is how you build an engaged community. And brands actually look at that. They look to see if you have an engaged following, because if you are promoting their service or product, they want to make sure you're engaged with them, and thus you can sell more. And another way that you can optimize your profile is to show up in your stories on a daily basis, just so people are getting to know you. You're building brand loyalty with your followers. And these brands who might be interested in partnering with you will see your stories, and they will see what you are all about, not just on your profile or on your feed, but in your stories. It gives them more of a personal view of who you are. And then I would also recommend maybe post something showing how you might possibly work with the brand. So for example, let's say your family loves to go to Knott's Berry Farm. So maybe you post on your feed about your experience at Knott's Berry Farm, maybe like your favorite restaurants or maybe some of your favorite rides. And you just showcasing to brands, like when they see this, they see how you promote things that you love to do. So that's just one way. Or maybe you do UGC content, which is user generated content, where let's say you're promoting something that you bought off of Amazon and you're telling your followers all about it because it's so great. So that's another way that you can post something that brings your audience into the things that you love. So brands will see that, and then they can see, oh, this person posts about some products or services or places they like to visit, etc. Maybe we might want to work with them in a similar capacity. So you're just giving them kind of something to think about if you do post something showcasing how you can work with a brand. All right, so now that you have an optimized profile, you can apply for the program. And let's say that you are in the program. What happens next now that you've gone through all those steps? So now that you are officially a part of the program, brands can now find you and invite you to paid opportunities. So I will talk about my experience. A brand did reach out to me. I applied not even 2 weeks ago, but a brand reached out to me shortly thereafter. And I'm just going to pull up my Instagram here so I can tell you what they said. All right. So this is a reputable company. They're a travel company. And this is what they said. They said, it looks like I would be a great fit for their brand ambassador program. They're an award-winning company that is into travel, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not going to go into too much detail. but they're saying that I can earn travel credits for my teen rewards, cash rewards, if I promote their services basically and sign someone up. So if I sign, every person who signs up, I get like a $200 commission. So to me, this is just an affiliate link, basically, where I am creating content and promoting their company. And then if someone buys, then I will get a commission, basically. So that might be great for some people, but I recommend if a brand is going to reach out to you, then they should pay you for creating that content and then also pay you if someone signs up. What if you create all this great content and no one signs up? Then you created all this content and you didn't get paid for it. So I think that you should get paid for creating content. And also if one of your followers signs up for any program or service, etc. So I replied back to them and I said, thanks so much for reaching out. I currently offer paid sponsorship opportunities via my blog, and then in quotations, which are dedicated blog posts, via my podcast, in quotations, sponsored episodes, and via social media, which can include reels, carousels, or stories. Please let me know if you have a budget allocated for compensating your creators. I'd love to explore a potential collaboration. So they got back to me and said, thanks so much for getting back to me and for sharing your sponsorship options. So at the moment, they don't have a budget allocated for paid collaborations like this, but they appreciated it, et cetera, et cetera. So anywho, I recommend that if a brand is asking you to create content for them and you post about it on your Instagram, then you should get paid for it. You are literally promoting their company for free with just an affiliate link. That is my opinion. Even though someone might sign up, there's no guarantee that they will sign up. So I say make sure you get paid and also that affiliate link. All right, so let's move on. So once you are approved to be in the program, then you can go to Creator Marketplace in the app. And here you can discover projects, manage projects. You can create your portfolio plus some other things. So if you go to Discover Projects, for example, then there is a list of different brands in here and they're talking about what they're looking for and how much they pay. It's nominal, most of them, but it still is a good experience to partner with the brand, especially if it's a brand that you already admire, or maybe you already use their services or their products. So this would be great if they're actually in here and offering a collaboration. And then when you go to the section that says manage projects, these are projects that you've selected that you actually want to work with. So if a brand is interested, they will reach out to you via a message on your Instagram app. To me, there was not a big selection of brands on there to choose from. I selected some faith-based brands that I was interested in, but there wasn't a lot to choose from, to be honest. And maybe that's because there are brands who are just learning about this program as well, and they're just now signing up. So I suspect that every day more and more brands will actually participate in this program also. So if you're listening thinking, I don't have a huge following, I will never be a part of this program, et cetera, you don't have to have a big following. You can be a small creator, but with an engaged audience, and there's brands who want to work with you. So don't think that you have to have thousands of followers to be in this program, because you do not. So I would just say, check it out, explore it, see if it's something that could work with your company, and maybe you can earn some income, another stream of income, and it's with a company that you actually like. So just check it out. So if you are a mom listening now and you're trying to figure out your niche, you're trying to figure out your content strategy, or maybe you need a content audit for your whole brand, then feel free to book a one-on-one call with me. I can help you figure out your niche, your content strategy, which platform is best for your brand. I can help you with all of that. So if you're struggling in any of those areas, please feel free to fill out the coaching application in the show notes, and let's see if we're a good fit for working together. So I hope this episode was helpful. I hope it gave you something to think about and maybe another way to add another source of income to your platform. If this was helpful for you, would you do me a favor and share this with another mom who could also benefit from this? As you know, my platform is meant to be a blessing to mothers, so any support from you would be so appreciated. Until next time.